Hi, it's Stephen Vincent. This is a BullBear Traders video update for Thursday, April 28th, 2011. So far we're seeing that the wave count that I've been working with has been confirmed. We've got a wave 1 up, 2 down, and now we're into a nice strong wave 3 of 5 up here. Of course, we always want to keep an eye on any potential bearish wave structure or counts. And here's a proposed ending diagonal, 1 up, 2, 3. And if we had started to have a sharp pullback right away, then we come down to 4, 5, maybe even a truncated 5 that didn't make it up to this rail again, and then a failure and a break below that level there. And then we would have either the end of the bull market or a larger correction within the bull trend. Here's the Nikkei, and it's acting pretty much exactly as I had called for recently. We had a nice breakout after a 1 up, a nice 3-wave sideways correction for 2 down, and now we're into 1, 2, and we're starting 3 of 3 up now. Pretty much started yesterday and today, and got right through the 50-day moving average, and we haven't quite got up to the 200-day. Probably get a little stickiness around here, but the next resistance comes about here, where there's a downtrend. There's some horizontal price resistance here on the chart, and you've also got some Fibonacci resistance in there as well. So we're looking for some stickiness in here, maybe a little pullback. But I think we're going to get up there back to the old highs pretty quickly. Got another zone of resistance up in near the old highs, some Fibonacci, and some longer term downtrend resistance here. But I think there's every reason to be pretty optimistic right now as far as world equities goes. Here we have the S&P 500 equal weighted chart, and this is the S&P 500 with all of its component stocks weighted equally, as opposed to capitalization weighted by the size of their market capitalization. And this chart is already closing above its 2007 highs. So it's basically making all-time new highs today. Now, you probably didn't read about it anywhere. You probably won't hear about it because the psychology remains pretty bearish, and people aren't looking for bullish confirmation. They're looking for confirmation of a bearish nature. So this, to me, is an important confirmation that the bull trend is likely to continue. At the same time, you probably also didn't hear that the Nasdaq composite, not the Nasdaq 100, closed above its 2007 high today as well. So, you know, these two major events, technical events, again, probably will go largely unrecognized, but important and significant, and indicate that the bull trend is likely to continue. New York world leaders, these are the index of the world's leading stocks, had a bullish 5,200 week EMA crossover recently, a few weeks ago, and has moved on to new highs. So I'm long gold again from about 1465 for the first time since November. Got out around here where it looked like it was to top out. But you know, looking at the wave structure, it does have a fairly clear wave count here, and there's some pretty good indications that, you know, this wave count is yet to complete its 5th wave, and we look like we've got a 1, 2, we're somewhere in a 3 here, maybe a 4 and a 5, get up to this rail here and potentially top out on gold. But you know, it's hard to say. At any time we could have an extension, a wave extension. So but this is something worth keeping our eyes on it for long gold. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. They only give us 5 minutes, so that's it for today.